Hey, what's going on, guys? MindaQ77B here. Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2000. This is episode number 48 today for the Sirius Satellite Radio 400 at Michigan, Season 2 of this career mode. We're back rocking the YouTube logo colors here today in the purple, red, and black, of course. Yeah, it was not really a good race overall for us. We're back down to 18th in the standings. We're still keeping our seat by about 93 points. Over, well, we're behind our teammates again, believe it or not. We need to seem like we have a yo-yo between our teammates. Like, one week, it'd be Kenny Wallace ahead of both of us, and one week it'd be myself, and now this week it's Joe Nemechek that's ahead of both of us. So we're all pretty level on points, thankfully enough, but I'm the one bringing home the bacon with the wins, with 3 of them so far this season. Next up we go to Pocono, sorry, not Pocono, Michigan, then Pocono, then we go to Sonoma, and then Daytona. So we got a decent stretch of races coming up for us. But of course, in other news, we have R&D complete. So I thought about what I wanted to do next, and we're gonna do Downforce next. 6 races, $900,000. So yeah, winning that Daytona 500 was definitely important for us, for sure. Immediately we're gonna go build another chassis. 487,000. Oh boy, we're gonna be short on funds pretty soon, actually, believe it or not. So yeah, we need the chassis, and we need it now, of course. We're gonna sell one eventually. In fact, let's see here. We're going to go to modify. What engine do we have? Well, we could just use the same one that we have for right now. We're going to be needing that. Selecting the chassis. We're probably going to use this one right here, this number 7. We're going to save this for probably Pocono, like this one here. Yeah, especially since this one has 63 drafting, we're going to need that for Michigan today. So we're going to have a good. This is probably gonna be its last race. This chassis is. That's gonna be fine by that anyway. All right, so what do we have? 68 car rating. That is just one shy of being nice. I am very sad about that. Yeah, did we just get we have the R&D already? Yeah, we did. Okay, great. All right, so without further ado, let's head on to one of the faster tracks in the schedule. Let's go to Michigan Raceway. Let's see what we can do with our stuff that we just got from the R&D. Okay, so I decided to go with a lot less front downforce on it, but I also jacked down the wedge quite a bit to negative 1.5 to try to compensate that lack of front downforce handling. It felt good. I was about, I think, 4/10 off the pole time there when I was driving around. I put the tire pressures pretty high to 26, I think it was anyway. So it's normally a little bit higher than what I normally do anyway. Usually I keep it around 23, 24, or 22, depending on the track, or even as low as 20, but it's usually like the big tracks like these is where I try to get the higher pressures up. As we're going to go take a long swing of momentum on the outside here to try to set ourselves up for that second lap of qualifying. Already in 19th place. That's already a good start, even with the completely wide line that we normally ran there. Got a little too tight there off of the corner, trying to push it a little bit too deep there. We got going about 180 coming off the corner though. That's still really good. I might adjust the gear ratio just a tad, just because I want to compensate for the draft as well. Because this track is pretty draft dependent as we get smoked tires a little bit there. Yeah, and Talladega was a little sketchy in terms of like how we were in the gear ratio department. So I want to make sure we can get ourselves a good stuff there. As we have 38.5, 38.52, we qualify 6th. Really nice starting spot. We always do well in qualifying. Do fastest lap. Let's go adjust the gear ratio just one more down there. Just because of the draft. All right, let's begin the race, shall we?
MRN is coming to you live from Michigan International Speedway for today's Sirius Satellite Radio 400. Michigan is known for some great racing and some fantastic finishes. Barney, what are your thoughts on this track?
Michigan is wide with plenty of banking in the turns. You can get 3 wide pretty easily here. That always makes for some exciting race action.
The 56 car has really shown some muscle in his qualifying this year.
Yeah, but don't forget, Joe, it takes a lot of people working together to get that car starting in the top 10 every week.
Something a little out of the ordinary in this one for Kenny Wallace.
You're right, it's going to be tough for him. You get so used to starting up front, and then you have an off week and you have to start towards the back. Then when race day comes, you feel like you passed 1,000 cars at the end. And worse yet, sometimes you never make it to the front.
Jeff Gordon is clinging to a top 10 points position coming into this race.
He's been working hard this season, and it is paying off so far. He'll need a good finish in this one to gain some spots.
Our teammate leads the way, Joe Nemechek. Hopefully he can finish there too. Front row Joe starting on the front row. A little bit out of ordinary for Kenny Walls to start to be towards the back, but we start in 6th alongside our RCR affiliated teammate of Dale Earnhardt Sr. We're going to be underway here in Michigan. 50 laps around this 2-mile track, so 100 miles is the distance. Of course, I wanted to give myself a little bit more top end with the gear ratio because of the draft, because I already know we're going to be in the draft pretty much all race long. I hope the minor adjustment that we did will be enough. Getaway speed-wise, we're not up to spec, but of course it's more of a top speed than an acceleration setup. Of course, for us here today, we're going to be blocking both lanes like we normally do, and we're outside the draft at the moment. But hopefully, oh boy, I heard tires squealing behind me. I think that was Scary Terry trying to put nightmares into me right then and there. But we're trying to gain on them. I mean, if we had a little bit more acceleration, we'd probably be up there with the top 5 up there. But maybe one of those guys will just fall back, maybe, and we'll get up there. And unfortunately, Joe Nemechek did not lead that first lap, so he will not get the 5 bonus points. We're going to thought about going 3 wide, the whole field was, but I said no, we're not doing that here. Oh, Johnny Benson's running a different alternate Aaron's paint scheme this week. I think he was our last race winner at Dover. He absolutely dominated Dover. Unfortunately, I'm nowhere any of the top 5 up there. Yeah, the car feels fine otherwise though. I'm glad I made it a little bit more of a less downforce setup anyway, but I've only done maybe 5 or 6 laps and it felt fine there. But of course, I don't have time to do 20-some laps for a run. Scary Terry is going to have the inside on us. I need someone to just pull me up there, you know? I need someone to pull me up towards the top 5 up there. So if I have to bring a few eggs to make an omelet, then so be it. We're holding our own on the outside somewhat, believe it or not, as we clipped the back bumper of the front bumper of the 88 car, but we're okay. All right, this will be a good test to see where we're at top speed-wise, and we're fine. Oh yeah, we don't have to worry about redlining today. That's good. All right. Well, in my head, my idea worked in theory, but unfortunately, we're still falling down the order a little bit. We had Ricky Rudd that just absolutely waltzed right by us like we were just standing still, no draft required, and we messed up the corner. So we're gonna lose a few spots here, but that's all right, no big deal. As we have Dale Earnhardt Jr. actually finally being competent in his career mode, it seems. Poor John Andretti, I've been holding him up this entire time. He does not deserve this torture that I'm giving him. Mark Martin goes right around us as well. Basically, I'm just using the draft as basically trying to keep up to the rest of the field, which on paper it's definitely working. We're actually kind of pulling away from some of the folks behind us as long as we have draft. Which, of course, it is working on paper. It is that anyway, but all the guys that we were trying to race against up front are just gone. Of course, I mean our goal is just to try to finish, I guess, on the lead lap at this point. But we have to finish a lap down still to make our job a little bit less stressful. Then sure be it, so be it. I don't even know who's leading at the moment. Who's leading at the moment? It's Rusty Wallace taking the lead away. Or Johnny Benson up to 5th. He's having a great last few races. I mean, he's gonna try to get himself maybe a top 5 in the point standings this season. I hope. It would be great to see Johnny Benson go for a title. I would legit be happy to see that. But yeah, he is a race winner though. He is a race winner in his career mode twice actually. So that's technically one more career win than he had in real life already. Both from the Tyler Jet Motorsports team. They're not MB2 yet. They're not in real life. They would be MB2s along with the 36, but in this universe, it's still the Tyler Jet number 10. Oh dear, we have a smoker. He's up in the middle of the racetrack. It's Ricky Rudd. Oh my God, that's the point leader. That's the point leader blowing up and having lost control of his car completely. Oh, what a disaster! What a disaster for the 2018. We got Boris said in this race. I didn't realize he was in here, and after all this time, I'm still trying to figure out what the heck did he actually say. What did Boris actually said? I have no idea. In that 23 car he's racing for this week. I have yet to see Scott Wimmer in this playthrough. I'm a little bit disappointed. I was hoping to see him at some point. We're going to be taking a caution flag there. Oh, it's a bit of a disaster from Ricky Rudd. That's really sad for the Rooster. Oh no. Yeah, he just merged back on the track, and then bam, Junior just goes right into him. Huge implications for the point leader. Bam, got him. So Ricky Rudd's day is done already with the engine's failure. It's still a little early, I think, for me to pit, but it's too many spots to gain. We're gonna say no. I'm not gonna go claw all my way up back up there. Not gonna hurt myself doing that, of course. And we're back underway. I mean, you know, we're not like a dead last anyway, so that's why I didn't come on in. But it's gonna be a little bit of time to get ourselves back up to speed there, of course. That's another thing as well. Gotta consider it takes about a second or two to get ourselves back up to speed. We're actually on pace with John Andretti the entirety of the time. I was just staying right behind him the entire time as you saw nothing. Oh, we have another caution that just came out. Oh, well, I might have to let Boris go here, actually. I did not have a good entry going into that corner. We might actually have to finally come on in pit road, actually. This might be in the window, and that's not good for us if that's the case. That's not good, actually. We're hoping for... Oh, yeah, that's a slow car off of 2. Somebody blew a tire, probably, from the debris that came off of somebody. Probably Junior. Let's see. Is my theory correct? Yeah, it's debris that came off the 93 car, and somebody blew a tire. I can't tell who that is. How did Dave Blaney get a piece of that? I have no idea, but I can hear the stuff flopping around. Yeah, this doesn't give me that much of a good angle. I think we're gonna have to come on in, aren't we? Yeah, we're coming in. Everyone's coming in. Alrighty. I really don't want to make any adjustments. I kind of like my car the way it is. Yeah. We're just gonna leave it at that, and hopefully we just gain some spots, maybe, or probably lose them. To be honest, really good first run. I just hope we can make it on fuel now. I don't know if we can. This is probably the longest we've ever been in, and we're gonna get involved with some shenanigans here. We're definitely losing spots now because of that.
Putting on 4 Goodyear Eagles.
We see Chad Little staying out. What is he doing? That was a little slow on the right side. Oh, that's not Chad Little. That's Rick Mast. All right, so I thought it was a little bit slow. It wasn't. So we gained a few spots out of all that. Still, I thought we were going to lose a few spots. So we're actually up to P8. Did Rick Mast go a lap down? I don't know. Anyway, we're under the restart. We're going to do something very illegal by trying to pass the load on the inside before the start-finish line. Obviously, it wasn't going to work, so we're going to ship as late as possible. Get that extra exploit power up in there, and up to P8 in the restart. Anyway, I don't know if we're going to be able to make it the rest of the way. Right? We might have to hope for another caution, or just stay in the draft as long as possible. Usually our RPMs are a little bit high, so now I'm starting to think like, yeah, maybe we should finally start investing on like the drafting or the fuel economy anyway. I mean, the fuel economy is kind of useless though, because these types of situations don't really happen that often, where you have to pit so early for the under the caution period. That was like a rare chance that would even occur under yellow. We're in 10th place at the moment. We lost a few spots, but that's all right. No big deal. Try to go back down the inside. Oh, hold on. With the 4 Dr. Feelgoods. I'm just trying to stay in a draft. That's basically all I'm doing at this point. And if I have to break a few eggs to make an omelet, then so be it. There's Jeff Gordon. He's trying to exist in his career mode still. We have 3-4 wide back. Not 4 wide. Just 3 wide back there. Trying to get all the spots we can. I had way too low in that corner. No surprise if Ward Burton passes us. Yeah, I'm not even going to block that. But we'll block this though. So we're outside the top 10. That's fine. Just stay behind Ward Burton. I think we're kind of even on pace with like just having a top 15 run. I want to say, top 15 run. And I'm glad I made the decision to adjust the gear ratio. I'm glad I made that adjustment. I knew that was going to be. If I learned anything from that Talladega race, that it was really close with that gear ratio not blowing up the engine. This will not blow up the engine, believe it or not, thankfully enough. As we're just about to reach the halfway point of this race, I hope we can make it on fuel. It's probably going to be close, though, unless another caution occurs. It's like I think I could get back with John Andretti, but I can't. As we let the door open on the outside with Scary Terry and Dale Earnhardt Sr., we're gonna. Unfortunately, we might have to let the 5 by, and maybe even the 3, because the 3 is just too damn fast. If we have nothing to say about it, which I'm just trying to stay in the draft at this point. I lost the draft with the 43, unfortunately. So I'm just trying to get back to where we are. I even tried doing like a little fuel saving antics I do in Thunder 04 for this track. Why is it always Michigan and fuel mileage races for me, just like the NASCAR Thunder games as a whole? Why is that? Well, of course, I have to press the B button, actually, because I'm using the R trigger as my gas button instead of the other way around. But we might be able to make it now. We might be able to make it. I don't know. It's my first time doing a fuel strategy race in this game, I would say, because I'm not really used to doing a fuel run for this. I don't even know if I want to come back down pit road just to, you know, because I think the caution lap should be fine, but how do I know that I'm not going to be able to... Is the tires going to be that good for... Oh my god, I messed up the corner. Are the tires going to be that good for, like, the restart? I mean, we can easily blow right by, like, the easy people, of course, as to be expected. Jeff Gordon's not letting us head back the inside line. We've already had some run-ins already with him. We're actually going to let that Platinum car go. Unfortunately, the Sapco car is also going to be gone as well. So definitely a top 20 is possible here today, of course. I think it's possible today. And there's our teammate Kenny Walls back there. I see him, along with Boris said. I don't think I could be able to give him a tow at the moment, sadly enough. Oh, Sterling got held up. I still think this is our best car combination we could have had here today so far. So who knows? Maybe if we do get a lucky break from a caution pretty soon, we can actually try to get all these spots back. I think it's worth trying now at this point. If a caution were to come out, we would come back down pit road. Yeah, I think it'd be worth it now. If it was like 10 laps to go, then no, it wouldn't be worth it. Or maybe, no, wait. Maybe like, well, definitely it was like 5 to go, then forget about it. But 10, maybe we can salvage a top 20, maybe 25. But I like the position that we're in right now, though. Oh, we have another person that blew up as well. Our front tire's getting worn at the worst possible time. That is, oh, that's Boris. That is apparently a spot. I don't remember losing a spot. I thought it was on the 16th, but yeah, halfway on fuel, about 15 laps to go. Our tires are worn though. That's something that I'm worried about the most. I've just been trying to stay behind Sterling Marlin this entire time. That's literally what I've been doing, is to stay in that draft, and that way I don't lose that much time to the other cars behind. Because as you can see, we're forming a gap for the cars in the middle. We're not really gaining anybody out in front, but that's not the whole point. The whole point is to stay, salvage what we can, and don't make any stupid passes or anything like that. Because I don't want to be fighting anybody and just lose even more time. Because we were gaining all the cars in front because they were fighting. Now they're all lined up together, so we're actually gonna have a little bit of a harder time getting back up there. But we're just staying right behind Sterling Marlin as of right now, and honestly, it's been benefiting us quite often, quite a lot actually. As we saved a lot of fuel, but the tires as well. I've been letting off a little bit earlier in some of the corners, but unfortunately, my tires are still yellow nonetheless. And you can see that little tire wear gauge. It's not looking good with about 14 laps to go. Oh, bye, Jeff Gordon. My goodness. He just lost all that time right back there. I didn't even do anything to him. He just tried to make a move and it didn't work, and he had to chase his car all the way up the racetrack. So now he's going to have some friends back there. They're going to try to work with each other. We got Bill Elliott back up there as well. Bill Elliott and Kenny Wallace are trying to get themselves back up there. They're having a normal day in the office, I guess, in terms of what we have here. We're actually getting closer to John Andretti, both Sterling Marlin and I. I've yet to make a move on Sterling Marlin on purpose. That was by design, that we're not getting around this 40 car, because again, I'm a little bit concerned about the fuel, because I haven't done a fuel saving race or whatnot at this in this game yet, because especially since I had PTSD in Michigan in the NASCAR Thunder 04 series that we've done on this channel, where the fuel is how do AI make a one-stop work and we can't? I have no idea. But we pitted so early, don't forget. We pitted, I think, on like lap 18 or 20, so we have to go a long way to go. We have 10 laps to do 7.5 worth of fuel, so I might have to start doing the old clutch strategy a little bit here. What is that, you ask? I'm going to show you here in just a second. You can only do this in manual transmission. So I lost a little bit of time there, but of course that's fine. I want to do it when I'm like close to Sterling, but the problem is now he's going to have John Andretti, so we're going to really need to hustle here to stay in this draft in order to make this to keep working. So we lost about maybe a half there. So you know what? We should be fine. We have 9 laps to go. We should be fine. Maybe not, guys. We're going to be out of gas. we're gonna be out of gas. We're gonna have to do some shady shit in order to finish under caution or something. We're not gonna make it on fuel. I thought we were gonna be okay. We're not. We're gonna have to do some sketchy shit in order to actually survive this race. What do you think? What's wrong? I mean, the fuel economy is not what I was hoping for. It's again, I'm just like either very close or just not making it at all. So we're down to 19th because of our little lack of fuel economy. Our tires are shot, by the way. There's gonna be no chance to even get back up there. We're just gonna try to hold on to this for 5 more laps. We have 4 on the gas tank left. We have to keep doing what we're doing in order just to even make it. So shut the engine off. Back on it. There we go. We're gonna have to do that every corner now just to make it. It's so annoying, but that's what happens when you never invest in fuel economy. I didn't think we were gonna have that caution at that worst timing there. It's also a great idea to invest in a tire wear as well, because look at that meter. We were not gonna make it if it was any less, for sure. We were not gonna make it on tires, not on fuel, but on tires. For sure. We're coming to the white flag lap. Whoever's leading the way, I'm not so sure who it is. But, I did say a top 20 day was possible. I was hoping to go a little bit more spots than that, but we lost the draft with Sterling Marlin. It didn't quite work out for us. Coming to the white, of course, our white flag lap ourselves. I mean, there's really nothing much more to say, unfortunately, because there's nobody around us. But we are able to make it on fuel, thankfully. These tires had to go so long. Bono, my tires are gone, but don't worry, the race is over, thankfully. We just have enough fuel and tires. We ended up in P19 today. Top half of the field, not so bad. And Tony Stewart gets his 3rd race win of the season. Joe Gibbs 1-2 in Ford's home race.
Not very many caution laps in this one.
Well, I'd say the fans would probably have liked to see more excitement. I'm sure the drivers, on the other hand, were happy about the low number of caution flags.
The 56 car really did a fantastic job keeping his car away from trouble all race long.
Yeah, you never quite know what's going to happen in these NASCAR and Winston Cup races. When you finish a race and your car still looks brand new, you've done one heck of a job as a driver.
From all of us here at EA Sports and MRN, thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.
So it was Tony Stewart once again, winning his 3rd race of the season. Anyway, he's trying to get back in the championship fight. He's a bit of a ways back, unfortunately, so he won't be really gaining. He won't be gaining too much, but he'll be definitely gaining a lot on the point leader, which is Ricky Rudd. Well, was Ricky Rudd, I would say, but now I think it's somebody else that's going to be taking over the point leader because of that unfortunate circumstances that also took him and Dale Jr. out of the race, unfortunately. As for us, we finished in the middle of the pack. I mean, it's kind of our expectation at this point is to be a solid midfield contender at this point, week in and week out. But we're going to be having some good tracks coming up along with us along the way. We know Sonoma's a pretty decent track for us already off the gate. Daytona, we're going to try to win all 4 restrictor plate races. But Tony Stewart right now is going to be the winner today, and that's that. All right, so we had a pretty good payday, actually. $400-some thousand out of that. That's really nice to see. As we take a look at the race results here today, Tony Stewart ends up winning, of course. He ended up, Rusty Wallace ended up leading the most laps led. So I guess it was a fight between them two at some point. So it looks like these two of a rivalry is about to reignite, it seems. Dale Jarrett still looking for that first win of the playthrough, despite being a 1999 champion. Bobby Labonte 2nd, Rusty Wallace 3rd. Dale Jarrett 4th, Jeff Burton 5th. Johnny Benson, another top 10, nice to see. Mark Martin ended up finishing 7th. Kenseth 8th. Ward Burton another top 10. And Dale Earnhardt Sr. finished up in 10th place. Joe Nemechek just misses the top 10, unfortunately. So we're going to lose points for him, of course. We're also going to lose points to Kenny Wallace as well because he finished ahead of us by 1 spot. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a pretty solid day. Norm Betting somehow finishes in 32nd. I didn't even know people went a lap down this race. I didn't even know. So yeah, unfortunately, both Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Ricky Rudd got out of the race from that wreck. Looks like Boris said blew up, and I'm guessing Mayfield also blew up. So I had 4 DNFs in this entire race. So yeah, basically Ricky Rudd's point lead is basically over at this point. Well, we're coming up to our other home race. This time our home state track of Pocono for the Pocono 500. Yeah, let's go take a look at the point standings where we're at the moment. Yeah, we're back still in 18th. We still have about a 100-point cushion to keep our seat in the top 20 in the points, which, you know, that's a really good, turnaround because we were like all the way back down here a season ago, all the way down here. That was a pretty bad time. But now we're in the top half of the standings now after one season jump. That's still a great thing here. As I said, you know, before, with Ricky Rudd no longer being the points leader, he's just got hammered, and Rusty Wallace reassumes the point lead once again over Jeff Burton. I mean, Tony Stewart's trying to get himself back in there, and hey, look, he's matching his rookie year number, 1999, in terms of points. But anyway, that'll do it for this episode. If you liked the video, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and hopefully we get to have a great race at Pocono. See you guys next time.